Hello and welcome to my first Roblox Scripting tutorial, and today I'll be showing you how to rotate a model using click detector, CFrame, and PrimaryPart. So let's get started. So this is the door, the main door that I'll be using and rotating, and for now I'm going to put him as a model. I'm going to call this model door. So the door is composed of two parts, the door itself and the hinges, or the main part that I'll be rotating. So since the main part is also called part, in the script we don't want to mix it up, I'm going to call it primary. This will be the main part where we'll be rotating in the model. So now I'll be inserting a script and also be inserting a click detector. Then we'll use the click detector in a while. So now let's declare some variables. So let's declare the door. So the door will be script, where the script is located, which is right here, dot parent. And the parent of the script is the model door, because the script is inside of the model door. So, and also, since the model doesn't have a primary part yet, we need to declare that. So door.primaryPart equals door.primary, and I will set the part primary as the primary part of door. Okay, and also click detector. Local click detect equals door.click detector. Alright, now let's set some other variables for later use, such as local, I'm going to say angular speed. And I want to move it 2 degrees every time it goes through the loop, but we'll use it later. And also the angle that I want it to stop. So I'm just going to call it stop angle. I don't want it to stop at, like, let's say 90 degrees. Alright. So now let's get into the function. My bad. So click detect dot mouse click connect function player. So basically, whenever a player clicks on the click detector, it will connect to the player. It will connect to this function, and the output would be the player who clicked it. So I could say, like, print this player dot name dot has clicked on the button. So I will print the player's name, and it's going to say has clicked the button in our little output. Okay. So, and also before I forget, I'm going to use debounce. Local debounce equals false. We're going to keep this false for now because we also want the door to open and close. So right here we're going to use if debounce equals false, then we're gonna change it to true. So I'm sorry about my spelling. Debounce equals true. So we're gonna deactivate the click detector by setting the max activation distance to 0. So click detect dot max activation distance equals 0. And also we're gonna put in a repeat loop, so it will repeat through. It will keep repeating until it reaches 90 degrees. Well, as I set it here. Okay, so repeat until. But this time, we're also gonna have a small local variable outside of the loop we're gonna call it val. Local val equals stop angle. So basically it copies 90 into this temporary variable, and we're going to use this variable in the loop. So until val is less than or equal to 0, because we'll be subtracting val in the loop. So now, how we're gonna CFrame the door. So door dot set primary part CFrame. Now this is the inbuilt function that will be moving or changing the CFrame of the primary part. So all the whole model moves like all together. So but this takes in a CFrame value. So we're gonna get the CFrame. So door two dots get primary part CFrame. And so now we have the CFrame, but we're not going to move the position of the door. We're just going to move the angle of the door. So times CFrame dot angles. And for now, we're going to set it for 0, 0, 0. And since we're going to be moving in the Y direction of the angle, we're going to be changing the middle one. And since the angles are taken into radians, we want to change it. We want to put in degrees. So math.radiant, as you can see here on the right side, it says returns the angle x given in degrees into radians. So I'm gonna put in a degree, and then it will change it into radians. So radiant, and I want to move it angular speed, which is 2 degrees right here, 2 degrees. So I'll be moving it 2 degrees. And also I'm going to have a little wait here so that our loop has some time to go through and you can see the actual movement of the door. And also, since we need to change the value, so this like loop doesn't go on forever. So val equals val, but minus angular speed. So basically, we copy the value 90, and it's going to keep subtracting from angular speed until it gets to less than or equal to 0, which is right here, and then it will stop. And then this value would be, our variable would be destroyed. So if we go to our game, this should open. So load in right here, click on the door, there we go, it opens, but I'm not fully done with the script yet. So, and after that loop's done, we're also going to set back the click detector max activation distance to 32, which is default. 32 is default. Since I changed it to 0, so no one can click it, I'm going to change it back to 32. So max activation distance equals 32. And also another thing I forgot to mention, these semicolons in the end of my lines, it's just a habit of me. It will not break your code as in for now. I don't know in the future, but it's just a habit of me. It won't do any errors or anything, but yeah, I should just let you know. Okay. So now, as you can see, I'm using an if statement, but what if debounce is true, since I changed it right here? So now we get to the other part. So else if debounce equals true, and we're going to set debounce to false. Oops, I forgot. Then debounce equals false. So basically we do the same thing here. So I'm just going to copy and paste just at the same time, and we're going to change some values. Okay, we're going to set it to 0. We're going to have local val. Same thing here. but this time we're going to be moving in a negative degree. We want to go back, so we're going to put in a negative here. So negative angular speed, so it'll be -2 every time. So the door will close back again. Same thing here. We subtract from it 32. Wait until the value is 0, and so when we go click play again, this door should be able to open and close. So I click it once, it opens, click it again, it closes. And also if we look in the output right here, it says right here, my username, has to click on the button, and I clicked it twice. There you go, I clicked the third time, it opens, and basically, yeah. So yeah, in the script, you can change it to like, oh, maybe I want it to open into like 35 degrees, 135 degrees. And maybe I want the door to open in supersonic speed, you know. Maybe I want to put 5 degrees every time it goes through the loop. So if I click and go play again, and whenever I click the door should open faster, and the degrees should, yeah, it should open more wider, as you can see. And I close the door, it closes it back right there, and that's basically it. So open and close, click it again. It's rotating off of this little main part, the hinges of the door, and that's basically it. Thank you for watching, and if you want some I would appreciate some suggestions, some ideas, comment down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you find this video helpful, and more tutorials are coming in soon. Okay, so bye bye.